Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Safe Haven Valley Workbench. Today is Thursday morning, and I wanted to kind of catch up on my project I'm working on. As you know, I'm working on the goobers feed and the barn kit build. Just kind of hanging out with my daughter this morning, and wanted to get on here and kind of show you where I'm at and kind of how it's pulling together. Um, First off, I did not get to the corner post or the trim work other than to get it stained. Everything else is pretty much ready to go. So in the next video, I'll have everything ready. But I wanted to show you kind of how the colors are coming out on the buildings, primarily this morning. So let's just start here with the windows and doors. So I'm going to zoom in on what I'm doing so you guys can get a really up close view of what I'm doing here. So here is the way it looks. So what I did is I ended up doing the stain. The driftwood was not coming out the way I wanted on here. So what I ended up doing is I used my shadow gray and stained all the doors and windows, and then let that fully dry. And then I came back and I dry brushed a little. Actually, well, I didn't really dry brush. I kind of did a little bit more than dry brushed, just not a lot, but some. And I got this white look where there's some gray that comes through, and I was going for kind of a worn look, and then it just didn't quite seem right. So I went ahead and I used a filter. The filter I used is this right here. It's the Brown for Dark Yellow by Ammo MIG, and I used it more for kind of honestly, I kind of use it more for kind of a wash, kind of a light wash. And all I did is I shook it up really well. I shook it up really well, and then I just dipped my brush in lightly, and then dabbed some off, and then I just went across like painting it. I didn't want to go too dark with the I just wanted to add like a dirty, kind of light dirt fade color. I wanted to preserve the white and the wear through a little bit, but also show a little bit of dirt, because I have the streaking grime, but that just didn't work. It's just too dark. This was just right. It just gave it a little bit of a filter through over the white to show that there's some dirt to it. And I think they came out pretty well. I'm kind of intrigued about seeing how they come out on the building themselves. Now, these look pretty, look pretty good. I'm waiting to get these all together, and I think they'll pop even more. So other than that, let's start with the barn. I have the barn right here. Again, what I used was, I went under the base for all the wood got driftwood by Hunter Line. That's what I used. And then I used this apple barrel barn red. That's what I used. And I totally dry brushed this, layer after layer after layer. And I don't know if you can clearly see it in here, but as the effect of doing so, it left like these granulated look. And that's what I was going after, because if you look real close, I don't think you can see it here, but the driftwood pops through. I mean, you can see a little bit here on the corner here, but the driftwood, my intent was for the driftwood to pop through as if this is a older building that's been around for many years, and the paint is starting to wear off the building. Maybe not a lot, but it's starting to wear. And then the doors and windows, their paint is about the same, but a little dirty. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping will mesh together well. I've applied a couple of new techniques to this build, so I'll know how well they worked for me once I get everything together. So that's just the inside. Let's look at another piece. And here's another piece. This shows a little bit more. You can tell. See how it's just starting to show its age. It's not necessarily peeling, but it's wearing or whatever. I mean, it's kind of cool. And I did this all over randomly because when you have a building, you don't have all the walls the same. It is impossible to have every wall look the same wear on a building because each side of the building is facing a different direction. And in so, you're going to have different wear patterns, different wear levels. Some has more wear, some has less wear. And so trying to implement that is a technique in itself. And you can do it well or you cannot do it well. I'm not saying I'm great at it, but apparently, after seeing how well this all dried, this is just all brushed. I didn't apply no worn effects. I didn't apply nothing. I just completely took my time, did a little bit of dry brushing and patience, and this is the outcome of what it looks like. Just pure. What you're looking at is driftwood stained. Let it fully dry, and then I had like a couple coats of the driftwood to get it. But I did it in small increments because if you do not do it in small increments, you're gonna get all the warpage happening, which is why I made sure this dried solid. Then I did a little coat by little. Little is key here, especially with this wood, because it warps. If you do too much at once, you're gonna get it to warp, and it is a pain in the butt to try to get it to flatten out again. So my suggestion is really key yourself in patience and take your time, go slow, and you'll get the look you're looking for, but you're not going to get the warpage of the wood because you're allowing your walls to dry in between each coat. And it's just a safety precaution to allow you to have a good build. So again, this is one of the walls. Again, I'm just amazed with how well it dried. I was thinking it was not going to look good, but now I'm looking at it. It looks pretty awesome. And let's go with a couple of smaller walls here. This is the very small walls that are part of the barn, and even those turned out pretty darn good. So that's the barn side of it. Let's go check over with the goobers. Let's see how goobers came out. Again, I'm not trying to make every side of the building looking the same. I see a lot of that. People paint buildings of their structures all the same. And I just feel that is, as an area, it's like, it's not possible. The only way that's going to be is if you are designing it to be a new building. I can see that all the walls are going to be painted the same. All your roofing is going to look the same. All your trim's going to look the same. The corners are going to look the same if it's a new structure. You have to vary each wall a little bit if it's not a new building. You're just not going to see that. A roof can have moss on one side or the other, or more on one or less on the other, based upon where you have your building sit, the orientation, how close it's to trees. You have to take these things into account. So with that, I just encourage you to just take your time. It's worth it. And you know, this is a big project. As much as I really, really want to rush through this project, I'm really having to let everything dry. And let me tell you, it's turning out awesome. Um, so now here's so the walls from Goobers. Um, it's turning out great. I get to see. I'll turn this off here. There. Um, oops. Turned it off, everybody. Bye. Okay. One more. Okay. Anyway, these are all coming out pretty good. Let's go into another wall here. Look how these are, and I tried to randomize them, you know, where you see the wood coming through. And then here is this wall, which will go kind of like this. So I just love it. It's coming out great. I'm having a lot of fun with this project. I've gotten a lot done this week. Like I said, the only thing I really don't have done is I don't have any of the corner post or the trim done. But let me tell you, I am very close to be cutting these windows out, putting them in the building walls. Once I get to that point, I'll be ready to assemble the buildings themselves and then put them where I want them in the arraignment. And part of that is getting all the it's just getting all the trim work painted. That's the only thing left to do for far as painting, is to get the trim and corner posts done in white. And I might even add some dirtiness to them, depending on, you know, kind of how it comes out. But I'm just really, really happy with how everything's coming together. And I just couldn't be any happier. I'm just really looking forward to seeing this thing done. And I'm really having to try to keep myself focused and just patient as it comes together, because this is a kit bash that I've been waiting to do for a while. So again, all I used for the windows was I end up using shadow gray from the Tarot to stain the base coat. And then I just put something heavy on them because they got a little more wet than I would like. So I had to keep them flat so when they dried. And then once that was fully dried, I went through and kind of did a little more than a dry brush. I had a tad bit more paint than you would when you dry brush, and got the windows to be white enough to where the gray would still show through, even if it was sporadic on the windows. So that, I mean, I know you can't really quite tell here because I paint the whole sheet, and then I cut each one out and apply it. These windows are not my best friend. I do them, and I can do them, but it's the window tabs that drive me nuts. But like here, I'll show you on Ronnie's here. I did them but they're not perfect. This one, I have to fix this one down here. It's just, there's a few of them I have to fix. And so, but, so I'm still able to do the windows. It's just, it's going to take a little patience, to get through that. Because this one has a lot of windows, let me tell you. I feel okay about this because Ronnie's has come out, has 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 windows that on that kit, plus a door that has a window. So this kit has a lot of windows because each kit has windows in it. So again, take your time, have patience, and just really learn when you have decided that it looks good, enough's enough, to stick with that. Because I've learned that as soon as you say that and then you go over that, you really start to screw up the project, because then you're trying to correct it and get it back to where you had it, and you'll never do that. So take your time, be patient, and do what you got to do to make it look right the first time, so you don't have to redo it. Other than that, that's an update on this project. I am so glad that this is starting to come together. I'm looking forward to getting the trim and corner post painted. I'll get that done, and then I will start cutting these out and getting them in the walls, getting the acetate in the windows as well. And once I get all of that done, as far as getting windows and acetate, all the windows and doors in on the walls, and I get the trim and corner posts painted and ready to go, I'll come back, and I might even save a wall or two to show you how I install the walls. I like to show how I install doors or windows, because maybe some you guys have never seen how to do those, and you are watching this video and you want to see it. So yeah, I'll show how to do that on one of the walls, probably one of the smaller structures. But that's it. That's a big update, and this is a lot from where I was on the last video. So I'm just amazed by all of it. Again, for the wash, I used the filter for it's brown for dark yellow by Ammo Mig. It's a filter, not a wash or stain. It's a filter. So I use it as a filter to filter a little bit of like a dirt color over the windows, because barn windows or building windows are going to look dirty. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't really wash my house or my buildings. I never have, even when I did have that. So they just build up grime and dirt, and I just wanted a very light look of that, and I think it does it well. A little more on the doors, because you're around the doors more, and then the windows got some subtleness to them. And in fact, we're gonna end today. I wanted to show you just so you can see the difference here. So these 4 windows, these 4 are not done yet, or on this half. You can see where I have come along with the wash on this side. Now I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to show you what I did to the windows so that you can see how I do it. And then we're going to wrap things up. So all I do is, first of all, I always shake and mix up anything that I am using. It just gets it all mixed together, nice and happy, and it's just more even. So that is what I do. And then what I do here is I just lightly dip it like that. I dab some off because it's very absorbent, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I just kind of brush it on, and I'm just taking my time. And you can either dab it off like that, or you can do what I do, is I just kind of just brush real quick and stuff. And, you know, it all depends on how heavy of the filter you want to apply. And that's what it comes down to, you know. So we're just going to get this done. And I just kind of go like this, mostly. I have a paper towel down. It's going to catch whatever's under it. So I just kind of do it, you know, just back and forth. And it will naturally spread it out. And if it's not perfectly all brown, you don't need it. That's fine. I mean, not every single window on every building is going to be, you know, that bad. You know, and then I just go down through, and then I just empty the brush out. Do some minor touch-ups in areas that I want to have a little more, a little less, you know. And I just kind of just do a little bit of firm pats and stuff, to, you know. And this is how I apply it. Doesn't have to be a lot. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to add a little bit of a color change to the windows. And I don't like I said, you're going to vary it on every wall anyway. And there you have it. You have it all done now. So that's how I do it. I mean, I love this ammo MIG stuff. It is great. And now you can see how it has a little bit of a curl to it. What I will do is I will just take I'll just take, it ain't gonna really matter a whole lot because this is thin window. So I just take and put this right in the center. It's fat enough, it just holds it flat. These are gonna go on fairly well anyway. So well, with that, everybody, we're gonna call it a wrap today, and we are gonna just like I said, we're gonna get all these windows installed. I'll try to keep one or two open for demonstration. We'll see how that goes. And then we'll get the trim and corner posts ready to go. And then at that point, all I have to do is install the corner posts and get buildings ready to be assembled. And then we're starting to get the structure together. And then when the structure is all done, we'll be good to go. We'll start doing the roofing and all that fun stuff. But other than that, that's the update for this project. Stay tuned for another video. We'll see how quickly or how fast this goes. It might go faster than what I think. But that's kind of where I'm at, what I'm working on. So until next time, guys, you guys have fun. Stay safe out there. And be patient with whatever you're working in, model-wise. And just remember, don't try to overcompensate. Once you decide it looks good, just stop. Because you're only going to make it worse because your mind has been made up and nothing will look better than what than when you decided to stop. So keep that in mind. Just be patient. I've been learning a lot of patience about this project. So, um, and as soon as I applied that, things started to improve. So just be patient. Things will get to where you want them. You just got to be patient. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you maybe later this week, if not next week, on another update video. So stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe. You'll catch all my videos. You can check my channel out and watch all the old videos. They're all on there. Again, I do post this to my InScale group pages, so you can catch the videos there. And if you're wanting to watch more, just subscribe so you know, and click that bell icon so you know I put up a new video. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye.